Hello, everybody. Welcome back. All right, so a couple of things before we go into this next battle, because this next battle is going to be an interesting one, because, you know, let's be serious, there's going to be a battle that happens next. This next battle here is going to be taking place a little bit to the south. It's going to be with the... sorry, make sure I fix this here. Being weird. There we go. This next battle is going to be a little bit to the south. It's going to be with Commander Jaeger in charge. We already knew that was going to happen outside of visual. So Commander Jaeger, Commander Cedric are going to be the ones that are in charge. I said General Jaeger, Commander Cedric are going to be the ones that are in charge. But going into this battle, just as a reminder for the redemptions that were already put, walking away from the other battle, we know that those armies need to have some morale added to them. We'll do that in 1 second. And Spoils of War was added into it. I did not forget about that one. But we're going to have to deal with that later on because we have a hard out time and I want to make sure we can finish up this combat, right? So that's going to happen for the other army. Coming into this one, Blessings of War were already put on. But something else was also put on there as well. Feel free to do your redemptions as you'd like, if you want to add to their luck pool, because I still have 5 Daddy's Dice, which I very much intend to use. And they still have 5 luck dice themselves. They can use theirs. I can't use mine as of right now walking into the battle. So I'm not asking for you guys to give me, skilled commander. I'm pleading for you guys. Come on, this is your opportunity. If you destroy Vigil, you can do 2 things. 1, you can make 1 very, very happy. That would be a good thing. But also 2, you can trigger Joey. Come on. Everybody knows you want to trigger Joey. If you destroy Vigil, you're going to piss Joey off. And that would make it, that's a win. That's a win for False Pretenses. So remember, when you want to drop trump cards or give Daddy's Dice or do any of those things, anything that triggers Joey is a win. Okay? Remember that. If Valorant loses an army, who cares? Their nation's already safe. Okay? Let's make it happen. All right. Would you guys like to make your case? Anybody? No?
Yeah,
It looks like nobody wants to make their case, so we're good to
Did
go
you just
there.
mute me?
What? No.
Hang on, what just happened?
that's the first time I've been muted by you, Scott.
Well, I hope it didn't hurt too much.
Mute myself.
Would you like to say anything, sir?
Yeah, I was gonna say don't give you anything, but you've already received it.
Okay. Well.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, look at that! I got skilled commander, and that's what matters. Of course, Naga gave you guys a tight formation, so that'll be good for the first round of combat. Let's go jumping over there. Let's stop talking and start going to war.
Several days prior.
Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's see if we can make this prettier. All right. So the first round of combat, maybe even the first 2 rounds of combat, is before the army of Valorant even gets there, because they were kind of tied up. They were entangled with Neil to the south, handling the situation down there. They were like, we'll get to our friends, when we get to them. So there's actually a huge gap of time between when the battle actually starts and when the army actually gets there. So we kind of have to keep that in mind. Oop, I'm over in the wrong screen over here. Here we go. So there's the Vigilites sitting on top of their fun little city. So this is awesome. Each sub gets you, what is it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Does each sub get you 500 daddies? That is 500 daddies, correct. It just probably wasn't all given to you. I gave you your first chunk. I don't remember how many you actually dropped. I know you dropped 10, and I gave you for 10. I think you dropped more after that. So you probably need more. So moving on. Cool. So this is the army as it stands. I'm going to have you guys rolling for the Vigilites. Now, Tesh, would you like to roll for Vigil? Or should we have one roll for Vigil? Who has the greater chance?
No.
Who has the greater chance of destroying the city? You dropped 20 total?
No, I think...
so I think it's 37, 500? right, is 10 times 500, 37,500? No.
I'm scared.
No, I did 15 before.
You got Vigil Test.
Let me, should be easy math, but my brain is dumb. So, 10 times 500, 5,000, that's all. Duh. Don't mind me, I'm just distracted. So Tesh, what? You have Vigil?
I guess so. Say goodbye to Vigil people.
All right, cool. I like the idea of you rolling for Vigil. It means I have a chance of you losing. Oh, fucking Kevin's lost in space. God damn you, Streamlabs. Why do you always suck? I'll have to figure it out in a minute. Sorry. Happens to me every time I try to give you guys daddies. Let's jump into it. So what happens is Vigil is, of course, sitting there defending its nation. I currently have... Oh, you can't see their stats. This is probably important that you can. Controlled by all players. And make sure you can see the other details as well. C, and C name. So this should be good. That should give you access to see everything. I currently have them sitting behind a wall, which affects their DV and their OM, defensive value and offensive modifier. And I currently have them set under the rules of, if you're actually looking at tactics, currently have them sitting as hold firm, because the idea is that they just want the army that they're facing to beat themselves down through attrition, right? That's kind of their tactic usually. So Vigil actually has currently an OM of 1 and a DV of 23, which is like insanely high, and they have a good number of health points to keep themselves all right as well. So you're welcome to change that if you would like to. We'll find out in a moment. The other army, which is 1,000 soldiers, so it's actually 1,000 versus 1,000. Cool, it worked. Are facing one another. They come marching up to the front doors. They are going to be attacking over your walls. This army, just as a reminder, Tesh, is led by Beltran.
Yep.
Okay, cool. As long as we all understand what's at stake here.
Oh, you need to disclose something before we start. Did Vigil execute his father on the walls like they said they were going to?
Oh, because they were supposed to do that ages ago, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but now that they came on, like, more or less came up and besieged the city, one's original idea was for them to hang him off the walls.
Correct.
So I don't know what they did, but it'll be interesting.
So that's information that your characters don't have yet. So it's information I'm not going to disclose to you yet. But obviously, it was something would have transpired one way or the other.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. A couple other things took place. You guys also got take the advantage in a second type formation. So you've got the walls are pretty well held. Take advantage, I think, gives you. Just trying to get back over there. A +1 to your OM, yeah. So actually, your DV just went up to a 25, and your OM just went to a 2 for this first round. What I need you to do as Commander Cedric, Commander actually has a profession soldier of a +8. He's actually a pretty good commander. What's Neil's? Isn't Neil's like a +10? So he's actually almost as good as Neil is.
Yeah.
But Neil's a PC, you know? So you're going to roll me with a +8 for your profession soldier check to see who's doing what with tactics, okay, Tesh? I'm doing 1d20. You're gonna roll me a 1d20 +8.
Yeah, this is a great start.
Why didn't I see this?
I'm glad you didn't see it. Can I roll again?
No. I see it on one of my screens.
Please, can I roll it again?
But not on my other one. Oh, there it is. Now it's popping up.
Please?
Cool. I beat you.
Yeah. I'm going to give you no shit.
So I assume you're going to do the hold firm, the stay there as long as you can, just trying to wait until your allies come and smash them against your walls, as well as just using Vigil's typical tactics, correct?
Yeah, I guess so.
Cool. All right, so that's going to be the plan. We're going to, hopefully everything works out from there. And then we're going to click this too. Boom. All right. Any other questions or anything before we get started? No? Cool. So then, first round of combat, I'm going to have them resolve their attack roll against you first, and then back and forth from there. So their first attack roll against you is going to be, and you can see exactly how tough his army is, because this, of course, is under Beltran's commands. I guess. Here we go. A 22 total with a plus 12. You guys have a 25. So, oh, did I already applied for everything else, right? Actually, I did not. I'm so sorry. I did not mention what my tactic was going to be. You wouldn't have learned what it was, but I didn't apply it. So their tactic wouldn't be stupid, right? They're actually going to do aggressive attack, not all out or anything like that. So it's going to give me a +2 and a -2, just to be clear. So OM is going to be actually be a 13. Sorry, not a 13, a 14. No, sorry, a 13. It was actually supposed to be an 11. And this is supposed to be a... Here we go. So that's actually one higher, which is a 23 against a 25. My apologies. I'm going to use a daddy's dice. Oh, wait. I got formation, right? Right? Thank you. I got commander. Thank you. Beautiful. So I got a 26, because again, that was a 3 + 3. A 26 against your 25. So I do 2 points of damage to your little castle there, Tesh.
Okay.
That's my round 1. You get to attack back with your round.
Am I rolling?
What you rolling with a whopping +2.
A woeing.
A woeing
with
a whopping
plus
+2. Yep. 1d20 +2. Let's see. Roll well. Ooh. And you're able to luck die that.
What's the defense?
You don't know, but you know that you probably already beat it.
Okay, I'm gonna luck die that to do as much damage as I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, start doing some damage.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful. So that's actually 22 minus their current value of 15 because they're all out, whatever. So 22 minus 15 is 7, but -2 because you're holding firm. So you actually did 5 points of damage to them. That's a pretty good start considering the opening. That's round 1 of the combat. That's kind of like the ranged phase. There is no melee phase because they can't smash through your walls. So melee phase is kind of, unfortunately, just skipped. And this brings us down to the next ranged phase, which is just one army against the other. Now, first of all, tight formation that you had twice falls off of you, dropping your DV, and your take the advantage drops off, dropping your OM. So it was actually a really good first round where you were barely touched, and you actually scratched them too, which is nice. At this point in time, Commander Cedric, not Commander Cedric, it's the General Leon. He's nowhere near the battle, but he hears a call. He hears something calling to him. You see, he has heavy injuries in his chest. 3 specific injuries in his chest. And they're starting to burn. And they're starting to itch with anger and understanding. There is a war that needs to be won. And his heart starts beating faster. He starts getting a taste for combat. The vigor, the chaos, the war of combat. But at the same time that he feels this in his chest, behind the walls of Vigil, people there also feel a cold steadiness. The idea that this battle can be won with appropriate planning, correct placement, patience, and a surefire strike when the time is right. Funny enough, despite the difference that the commander of one army and the commander of the other army feel, there's a connection between the two of them. They can literally feel a connection between the two of them. Not because the chains that we talked about before here are in effect, because it was kind of decided upon not to do that, and the pieces were never handed out before, right? Like, you don't have, Leon's not wearing the shackles that would allow
I think so.
Yeah, because 1 was very much against it. I think wherein specifically asked for it to take place, but 1 was very much against it, so Leon doesn't even have them with him for them to work. But despite that fact, there's almost an understanding between what's going on there. And so, on the field of battle, clouds actually start to form overhead. There's a darkness that happens over this field. The occasional drop of lightning, but no rain.
Uh-oh.
You can hear the calls of chaos, and you can feel the calm of war at the same time. Round 2. Round 2, unfortunately, Leon is not able to join the combat yet. He's still a bit back. He's still trying to travel there. I'm getting there, guys. As he's making his way downtown. Walking fast, faces past. Why don't we do round 2? It's once again your commander check, which is a 1d20 plus 8.
Hey, that's not bad.
Beautiful, sir.
Hey, I won.
You did. So actually, you know what their tactic is. So their tactic is because they were prepping things beforehand. The first time was just to completely test your walls, so on and so forth. They actually, and again, this was a scout report told about this. They, they had constructed, what are they called? Siege weapons. They had actually constructed, because I believe the easiest thing to construct on the fly is a trebuchet as opposed to a catapult. They had constructed trebuchets. Their intention is to attack over the walls, not just with arrows, but with true weapons of war. Their trebuchets are fully aligned now and ready to start, well, letting rocks fly. So, okay, catapult is much easier to build. Thank you. So catapults are fully aligned
that makes sense. Yeah.
and readier to. I just know trebuchets I made in like high school.
Is there anything I can do about that at all?
Unfortunately, behind the lines, there is very little to nothing you can do without sending soldiers out to handle it, and then you're splitting your army. Yeah. So unfortunately, you know that their tactic is to start, well, doing that. So, yep.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's super cool, man. Yep. Let's move on with this phase. You won first, so technically during the ranged phase, you get to attack first. Up to you, Tesh. What can you do for us, boyo?
My brain turned off for a second, so I have a ranged attack first, right?
Yep. It's the only attack this round. Yep.
Yeah, the 20 plus 2.
No, plus 1.
1.
Don't forget, you can choose. You can choose to roll with advantage if you say it in advance. You have 2 of those this session.
Don't want to use that yet. I'm pretty sure.
That's up to you. Oof. Your attacks have little to no effect, while the people that are a bit exposed are in back, moving the catapults into place, getting them pulled back and mounting the rocks. The soldiers in front have shields out and are prepared. The archers ducking behind the shields and popping up to make their attacks and ducking again. That is it for their ranged phase. For your ranged phase, they're then going to return the favor for their ranged phase against you. At this point, they're going to be able to make kind of a double ranged attack. One is going to be against your soldiers, same attack as before, with the other one being against your walls, trying to actually damage the walls themselves to bring them down. They could turn the catapults on your people too, but they're more looking to crack that egg. So that's what we're going to do. Scott, you can't math. I don't know. I'll do it after. Are you sure, Josh? Because times 500, 10 times 500 is 5,000, right? So I don't know what you're confused about. 10 times 500 is 5,000, times 2, so 20, is 500 times 20. Why are you saying times 2? Because usually it's, oh, maybe you're confused. Because usually subs get 250. Usually a sub gets 250. Right now it's 500. That might be why you're confused. Silly boy. 500 is the double. All right, so so yeah, there we go. So they're going to do their attack against you. Their OM is going to be the same, which is the plus 13. Poopy. So it's going to be plus. Sorry. 13. Yep, plus 13. Here we go. Roll. Ooh, 21. Your AC is 23. I have to crack you to hurt you. I'm going to roll a daddy's dice. Ah, come on! Come on! I just needed 2 more. I had a 50-50 shot and I failed. Okay, so that... Okay. Then they're going to attack at your walls. This is going to be attack against your defensive value to harm your walls. Okay? So, and I'll put that display on there in a second. So this is going to be same idea. Against the defensive value of the walls, it's actually just set at a 20. This is going to be... Oh! They didn't even hurt your walls either. Well, that sucks. Okay. Lame. All right, next is going to be, once again, the Army of Valrin getting closer. The Army of Valrin is now able to be seen from the south. They know that it's coming, and they can choose at this point if they want to do anything about it. But at the moment, they're not too worried. You know what I mean? So, either way, it's your turn, sir. Let's go. This is going to be 20, and this is going to be... Okay, cool. It is back to the top of initiative. The Army of Valor will be able to join in after round 3, because like I said, how many hours away that they were. Let's do your commander check, which is a +8. Oh, God, Ooh, a tie. A tie goes to the PC. You go first. You just get, all you know is that they're going to continue the same thing that they did last time. Okay?
I can't really do much but attack, so attack we do. And it's +1?
Correct, unfortunately. Okay. That unfortunately does nothing to them. They're going to return the attack against you with their ranged phase. They're about to start being able to do a melee phase with the other party, which is nice. A 31! Ooh. Beautiful. Ooh! A 34! 34, take away 23 is 11 plus 1 for the aggressive is 12 points of damage. Ooh. Yes, I am hurting Vigil. I'm hurting Vigil. This is amazing. Let me make an attack against your wall, see if I can even harm it. Actually do harm it. I'm not going to use... You know what? I do want to use my daddy's dice. I think breaking that wall is very interesting. 7, so that counts as 8 points of damage against the wall. -8, so the wall is about almost half injured. As they continue over the course of hours, smashing rocks against the wall. Finally, this is going to be the first combat where the Army of Valorant is able to join the combat. They're going to have to spend their ranged phase. So Tesh, just as a reminder, this is going to break down into ranged and melee phase. So during the ranged phase, the Army of Valorant is just going to move up, and then you and the other army are going to shoot each other. During the melee phase, finally those two armies can clash, and your army there just kind of sits there. So you're kind of going to be going back and forth between the armies, or you can give the Army of Valorant to Jake to control.
You can control him,
I'm already going to get Vigil killed. You save our people, damn it.
It's all right. I had the first combat mostly, so you can take this one.
If everyone dies, I'm blaming you.
Hey!
I haven't seen Tesh in so long. He needs to take up the time to re-immerse himself and get all those hours back.
Immerse myself in my terrible roles.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
This is where you turn it around. This is where you turn it around. I'm telling you.
All right.
How's that going before?
So, as a reminder for the roles for this upcoming one, because I'm going to have him roll for the general, and then each round I'll have Jake roll for the general for what his profession bonus roll is, and then morale I can have him roll for that because that's now going to become a factor. But I'll have you do the attacks, okay, Tesh? That way we kind of split it up.
Yeah, you have to roll a 1d4 as well because he won that battle.
Oh yeah, go ahead. If you roll that d4 for me, please.
Ooh.
4. Wow. His army is almost at max morale score. The highest morale score you can have is a 10. He has a 9. So his army can withstand some morale loss, okay? Cool. Moving on. The His role for profession, soldier, is what, an 11 now? Let me just double check because it's not updated on that sheet, but it is on his character sheet. Leon Jaeger. Profession soldier is an 11 for him. So you get to roll with a plus 11, sir.
Okay.
This is going to be, no, Jake. You're rolling with your plus 8. Jake's rolling plus 11. I'm rolling with plus 10.
Oh, okay. So Jake is rolling that one then.
Yep, just those ones. So why doesn't everybody roll at once? You 8, you 11, me 10. Go. Okay. All right, beautiful. So actually, the army of Haude Gwenh gets the drop. They know what tactics everybody else is going to be using. You, of course, know the tactics. Jake, you know the tactics that Val's going to be using, but it's kind of all you guys anyways. So let me ask, the tactic, Tesh, and you can look to Jake for some advice here. The tactic that the army of Valrin, the general, will be using. What tactic do you want that to be? As a reminder, it's... you can, here, let me show the players so you can see it again.
I have no idea what I want to go with. What do you think?
All-out attack, aggressive attack, standard, cautious, hold firm. And as a reminder, he can much more easily than anybody else flip those multiple steps. He's actually really good at flipping multiple steps as opposed to one step around. What do you guys want to use for his approach?
What do you think?
He has a lot of different stuff, so I'm not sure what his tactics or boons or whatever they are. But it also would depend, I'm assuming, on how he's feeling.
That's right.
Scott
With his
said
whole
something
thing.
about, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going to be all out if that's.
I would say either aggressive or all out, but you know, I can't. I find it difficult to make decisions for a character which I don't know anything about.
I mean, usually his approach is win the combat as quickly as possible. That way, because then less people are affected. I guess he would analyze the battlefield as it is. He sees that they're currently hiding behind the wall. The wall is holding out well enough. So why not make a bit of a cautious approach and test the enemy as it is before necessarily smashing them? You know what I mean? So right now, time is not of the essence. You know, keep his own people alive and be effective.
Okay. Yeah.
I see that as being Leon's initial approach.
Then let's do that.
Okay. So which approach do you want? Cautious approach or hold firm? I imagine cautious advance, right?
Yeah.
Cautious, yeah.
So that's going to be a +2, -2, +2 DV, -2 OM. So we're going to apply that right now. DV for him goes to an 18, which is insanely high. OM unfortunately drops from a 5 to a 3 because he's more of a defense than an offense guy. But that makes sense. And his army is unfortunately not that big. So that's going to be what that is. So round 1, Tesh. So this now kind of, you're very blurry. At this point, we're going to have it be the ranged phase. Tesh, the ranged phase is going to be you and I attacking each other. Beat you. So I'm going to roll first with my +13. Here we go.
Oh, thank fuck. Oh, I saw those high numbers and was scared.
Sorry. You also have tight formation for this round. So that's a good thing. So that definitely still didn't hit you. But it's going to help the other army in a second. So that's important for them. Now, what they're also going to do is they're going to have, while you guys, the army is advancing, they're going to be hurling their rocks at the walls. And you see, Jake, Leon, Tesh, or Commander Cedric, they weren't just hurling rocks at the walls in preparation to slowly break them down, rock against rock, grind it, pummel it. They were actually putting a few fissures, cracks here and there in preparation for, well, Haude Gwenh has access to more than anywhere else in Adir because they have a lot of money and financing. His family was one of the most wealthy families here, if not the most, and resources outside of the nation. So the fact that they also happen to have some explosives with them is not so surprising. But I'm sure it caught both Commander and General off guard as the next let loose of catapults smash into the walls to devastating effect, actually completely destroying the walls 100%, exposing the opening of Vigil. The walls crumble in front of them and leave them in disarray and open. Vigil, even though they have no walls right now, are in such a shock for what just happened. They do not have a melee phase this turn. They literally have walls falling upon them, and they're trying to like recover over the course of these next few hours, recover and get everybody together and get their soldiers there, up in the spot and so on and so forth. And you can take a moment, Tesh, to think about how you want to handle this next round. But the walls crumble, the doors are open. Vigil, for the first time since it was created over 100 years ago, is exposed to its enemies. All right. As for the rest of the melee phase, that's me and you, Jake. I crushed you in that, so I get to roll first for my melee phase against you. And then you can actually, despite everything I just said, you can actually turn your tactic on a head if you would like and change it. Do you want to change your tactic from the cautious advance, or do you want to keep it with where it is? Because Leon Jaeger is one of the very few people that can do that.
So what is his thing at the moment? What is his his plus to attack or whatever?
His OM or offensive modifier is 3. His DV is 19. Currently with those modifiers included, the tactic modifiers included. Otherwise, it's a 5 and a 17. Mind you, for his abilities, he does have expert flanker. So when flanking people, he gets a +2 OM and DV, which is nice. He has false retreat, which is a really cool ability. He has sniper support, which is nice too, because it allows him to continue to snipe, to use ranged combat in melee as well. Actually, it makes it makes his melee do a bit more damage. Actually, I don't think I factored that in there. Let me just confirm that I'm saying this right. When you do damage, you do 2 additional points of damage. So kind of like as if you were on aggressive offense or whatever it is, right? Everything else is already factored. Cool. Is that too much? Did you get all that?
I got it all. I'm not super familiar with it, but if he's got the flanker thing or whatever, can he start repositioning so he can make use of that?
For the flanking?
Yeah, or does he just get that?
He automatically gets it once the other army joins into melee.
Okay, all right. So they don't. All right, I get you.
Correct.
How's his state of mind?
Distracted and overwhelmed and excited and appreciative. Leon's state of mind is always calm. It's always prepared. He always knows that the end is around the corner, and that he just wants to do right by his people on his way to it. Leon's different than he used to be when you first met him, sure, but he still is a general who's seen tons of combat and does not lose his shit. But if you're asking one more step about his state of mind, I can tell you that he feels something coming. He feels something is with him. We'll get to that shortly.
All right, so if he is still calm and a veteran of many battles, it's so hard because I, out of character, don't know, but I assume he would he'd buy time for Vigil to actually join the fight, so he would stay cautious, I would assume.
Because you can flip it next turn. So
yeah, I mean, I'd say he'd stay cautious.
Okay, so you want to stay cautious and give them time so you can kind of like use that pincer tactic, even if they're just coming out of rubble, to have them aid you. Cool. So
he might even. How many things can he jump forward and back?
What do you mean?
Can he just change to any strategy?
Pretty much. So what it is that when he does his strategy flip, I have to double check the exact number, but his morale bonus as it is pretty friggin' high. His morale bonus is it an 8 now? I think it is. And then when he does that flippy thingy, where's that tactical phase? He gets an additional huge chunk. Give me 1 second to see what it's called. Where's boons, flexible. He has a +5 against that, so he has like a +13. So if you actually look at the tactics phase handout, he has a +13 against that. So 2 steps is only a DC 20. 3 steps is only a DC 22. Like he rolls a 9 or higher to step it 3 steps. You know, that's pretty. You know, why? What do you want to do?
I was thinking about having him hold firm, but no, he'll cautious advance.
Okay, cautious advance. Okay, cool. So keep it exactly with where it is. Beautiful. So first, we're going to have this phase play out as exactly we just discussed. You're going to have them attack you, and then you attack them because they have the higher initiative on this. They have a +13 as always. Oh boy, let's do some damage, boys. Let's hurt Valoran. Let's stick it to him. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Let's DD that DD. 25 against the 19 is only 6 points of damage, +1 because the all-out blah, 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 the aggressive attack. So 6 points of damage total, right? No, sorry, 7 points of damage total. Yeah. So we deal 7 to you. Thank you, sir. Now it's your turn. Attack me with your +3.
+3.
We'll sit here and watch you try. What? Well, come on! 24? Come on, against my 15, but -1. So 24 minus 50 is 9, -1 is 8. But Jesus, how did you pull that off? 8 points of damage? God damn it. Okay. So as this phase ends and we get to the next tactical phase, first thing, I need to describe something. Tesh, your people feel the will of Lady Aravel with them. They feel that they have devoted themselves to her every moment of every day since before they even made this city. And they've made this city in her image with nothing but respect to her and, to a degree, commanding respect to her. They've honored her in every way possible, and she's not going to leave them flopping without nothing. They can feel the might of Aravel with them. They can see the tactics that are going to be the best for them. Tesh, whatever tactic you choose to choose, you have no penalty. So if you choose all out, if you choose hold firm, whatever you choose, you ignore the minus and you just get the plus that comes along with it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Beyond that, even though your people are not expert flankers, any boons that your commander or the opposing commander has, you guys are going to be able to link them up because on the army of Valoran, by the prayer of one, by the devotion of the people of Kurzfall, Vroga, proud of how his devotees have been fighting this war and have thrown themselves into the walls of their enemy and took them down so fervently. He is also here to aid in the battle, to provide just enough vigor, might, chaos, to make the battle work perfectly. The two gods have a bit of an agreement with one another. Both of them are invested with their side of the war, even if they don't like each other. The enemy of my enemy is my fine, fuck it, just this once. So likewise,
I could do that.
likewise, any option that you choose, you feel no penalty. For every time you overstrike there, they overstrike to compensate. Every time that you defend yourself here, they defend themselves there, and so on, to make you guys mirror each other with perfectly opposite tactics that just work. I mean, you choose your tactic that you want, but flavor-wise, perfectly opposite tactics that just work. You just happen to work in unison. Because, well, some divine blessing dictates it so.
In that case,
What tactics would you guys like? Now, mind you, the rules apply. If you're going to jump more than one, you still have to make checks for it.
Okay.
What's your current tactic?
I think it's like the... What was the current tactic? I can't remember what it was. Was it the farthest down? Or?
You actually were hold firm. You were all the way down.
So it makes sense for me to be able to jump.
Yeah,
jump multiple ones.
It's probably not a good idea to jump up multiple ones for me then, but to start the process of going up.
I mean, you're rolling with what? A commander check, a +8, and you can use Daddy's dice. Luck dice, and you can choose to roll with advantage if you want.
That's a good point, actually.
So in theory, you can go from if you just say, "Fuck it, I'm going for aggressive attack. I have a +8. I'm going to use advantage and hold on to my luck dice." You know what I mean? It's up to you, man.
What do you think?
I think going to an aggressive attack is pretty solid because it increases your OM and you don't get the minus to DV.
Yeah.
What's your DC?
Him at neutral, let's see, his walls have dropped. So,
oh, yeah.
So this actually goes down a bit. So hold on. So normally you're with a, sorry, I just gotta get this to the correct numbers. This here, and normally this is a, sorry, 1 second. 16 here. So I want to bring your token to the correct numbers because you don't have all that other shit. I'm going to bring you to flat as though you have nothing modifying you.
Okay.
That should be where you normally sit.
I don't know if the token changed anything.
Oh, sorry. If you actually click on the token, because you can click on it now, you'll see little bubbles pop up. Red is your offense, blue is your defense, green is your health.
There. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So 24 is what it is now. I can afford to drop that a little bit, I think.
16. 24 is your health. 16 is your defensive value, but you're not dropping anything. So this is
they're both 24 for me.
Oh, that's weird. Maybe click away, click back.
I did.
It did update, right? I did. Yeah, save. Yeah, save. I don't know.
Now it changed.
Okay, weird.
You did that. Yeah.
Sorry. I think it's just Roll20 is just lagging. So again, that's assuming you're at standard. If you're hold firm, technically you're back up to a 20 for your defense. For your defensive value,
and that gives us no negative on attack if I stay that, does it?
Correct. Yeah, you can jump back up to 20 there.
Still, yeah, that's still +7 to attack, even with 20 defense, which is pretty good.
Yeah, if you want to keep defensive, that's fine, perfectly fine.
What do you think?
Defensive.
Yeah,
they wouldn't go out and attack.
I mean, we're still going out and attack. The walls are gone.
They're going to stay with the walls at their back. Exactly. Cool. Awesome. So we're going to jump that up to a 20 for you and keep that exactly there, which is really nice.
Mate, from +1 to +7, I will fucking take it. I need all the help I can get.
But now, mind you, the opposing general has what's called a flanking expert flanker. So both of you guys get a +2/+2. So your 7 becomes a 9 and your 20 becomes a 22. His current 3 becomes a 5 and his current 19 becomes a 21. He's going to change that in a second anyways. So that actually just shifted for both of you guys anyways.
Okay. Then I'm obviously moving up.
Perfect.
Just
all right, you, sir, so you're staying with hold firm. You, sir, your tactical phase, you're currently cautious advance. Are you going to switch to all out?
Aggressive.
You're going to switch to aggressive. So we're going to lose your bonus to DV. So your DV is going to drop back to that 19, which is 2 above where it normally sits because he's giving you aid there or whatever. Oh, sorry. Nope. Back down to 18. Your tight formation is lost now. Nope, Norwegian Green give you another one. Back up to 19. And then your OM is going to go from a -2 to a +2. So that 5 is going to become a 9. Do me a favor and roll me a DC 20 morale check. You have a +13 to this roll. Don't forget you still have one more advantage roll.
We have one more.
Correct.
I thought, okay, so it was
you have
2.
2, he has 1.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I did.
Roll me that +13.
All right, so it's +13.
Yes, sir.
And it's a DC 20, was it?
Yep. Not that bad.
There we
There you go. Crushed it. No problems. Cool. So you're actually going to be able to do that. Now everybody actually has to roll their tactics, like their initiative, the profession soldier. So as a reminder, you're rolling with a plus 11. You're rolling with a plus 8. You guys know who you are. I'm rolling with a 10.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay, this makes sense. So Leon Jaeger completely understands what tactics everybody's going to use. Kind of getting a bit of a word, knowing the guidance of Lady Aravel herself. Of course, the commander there, Commander Cedric, is going to know what to do here. Blah 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 blah. And what's it called? The last one. The phase of the baddies. They're actually going to stay where they are with the aggressive attack. They're feeling confident with the aggressive attack, okay? Now, last thing I do want to say is when so Jake, in case you don't remember, when Wherein and Leon were talking beforehand, the idea was to destroy. He was going to originally strafe the constructions with the Whereine's riders, but they weren't able to make it in time. So he was hoping that maybe Leon can destroy the catapults early on. I don't know if that's really a care of yours anymore, since now the walls are broken.
I would say not because the walls are broken.
Okay. So Leon's going to, of course, take his own, because Wherein, of course, trusts his opinion. Cool. And now we're in the ranged phase. The ranged phase actually, Leon doesn't get to be a part of, because unfortunately your army doesn't have ranged. But the Tesh, you do get to do. So you get to make your ranged phase attack, as do I. I'm just going to have you guys attack each other. And let's see how it goes.
Plus 9, right?
Correct. You're rolling with a plus 9 now.
Ooh, okay. What am I trying to beat? 15?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you after you roll.
Rip.
What would you like to do?
I'm not gonna.
You still have 6 luck dice.
Well, I think the things are 15.
Yeah. I
don't know if it's really worth it.
It'd only be a little.
So conservative.
I want to save the luck dice for the advantage rolls, because I want to do advantage on attack and then roll the luck dice and get as much damage as possible.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Norway gave you guys another tight formation, so you guys are up to a 20 and a 23 for your defense this round.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay.
My attack against you, sir, with my 13 against your, I think 20-something, 23 I said?
23.
Woohoo! I hit. I'm totally going to roll dice because I
goddamn.
don't care. What?
You had 0. Yeah, you ran out. I watched you run out.
I honestly didn't realize.
Also, Josh, choosing that GIF is amazing for the you ran out part.
Guys, I need more daddy's dice, please.
No, don't do it, guys.
No,
Don't.
Chad, daddy's dice, please. Oh, that's so upsetting.
Too late,
I
too
feel like
late.
this, man.
Too late.
Okay. Well, fine. I still hurt you with my +1 damage. So that's still 4 + 1, 5 points of damage against your stupid soldiers. And we forgot to do morale check last round. So we should probably, before we continue on to the melee phase, let's do a morale check for last round. Again, you guys are rolling insane. One of you is rolling with a plus, 8. One of you is rolling with a plus, what's your morale check? You're also rolling with a +8. And I am rolling
+8.
I'm actually also rolling with a +8. We're all rolling +8. If we don't roll 1s, we're good.
Why did you say that?
No reason.
Okay, good. I saw the 1 and I got scared.
Okay. So
I saw the 1 and I got scared.
All right,
So
let's
scared.
move on to the melee phase.
Okay, so yeah. Oop. I assume that's good. Oh, do you want it to be like that?
8. All right. That is, yep, perfect. Perfect. You can move up even just a little bit more. Cool. And all right, awesome. Now it's the melee phase. Again, the person that rolled the highest was you, Jake. You're gonna roll for him now because there's just too much involved. You're going to roll me his attack roll. That's that 1d20 plus 9. Again, you do still have one more advantage roll if you care to use it.
I will use it.
Okay.
There's no other boons or anything, or what other things that he's got that I can get myself an extra plus anything, is there?
No. Nope. They've already given you your tight formation, which is still going to apply for the rest of this round, but no additional attacks. 1d20 plus 9, you can use advantage if you want.
I will.
Jesus!
Oh, there's that one.
Okay. So, well, you got, at least you wasted it with the advantage, right? That's good. All right, still.
That's still 27.
And you switch to aggressive attack, right?
Yeah.
So +1 damage. So that's actually is
So
considered.
did you say something about them ignoring the minuses or something
What?
as well?
What? Ignoring what?
What's that thing you're talking about? Do we ignore the minus part?
Yeah. The minus part's being ignored already.
Okay.
I didn't affect
He is managing the stats.
27 minus 15 is 12 plus 1 because of your aggressive. So you did 13 points of damage. Oh, jeez. That sucks.
Okay. So, I'm doing my attack with advantage.
Oh. Wait, do I get to go before you? Did I roll higher?
No, I don't think you did.
This time.
Not this time.
No, really? No, I didn't. Shit. Okay. I just want to attack you one more time.
9. Glad I said I was rolling with advantage. Are you fucking...
That's awesome.
Oh.
Would you like to luck that? I mean, you get to do damage either way.
Fuck it. We're running out of time. I'm using a luck dice just to try and get some damage in.
Sure.
I mean, Vigil got to do something, right?
Do you guys see how many luck dice you have? So it's +3.
Yeah,
you have
good,
no
okay.
penalty to it. So it's 14 plus 3 is 17 minus 15 is 2 points of damage. Beautiful. All right, my turn to attack. And let me describe some stuff.
Okay. Also, camera, what the fuck are you doing? Stop going out of focus.
I'm going to have them attack Vigil. And there's a reason why they're going to continue to attack Vigil. They were currently in aggressive. I kept them at aggressive. No, I switched them to all out, didn't I? Did I say I switched them to all out?
You did switch them to all out.
Yeah, I did switch them to all out, which means, yeah, that's right. So, I'm now going to attack you, sir. All right. I unfortunately don't get advantage rolls. It's unfortunate, but oh well. Let's attack Vigil. 20. No, come on, a 5? I would have taken the 13. A 5? Come on, fuck me. And then fucking Green with this stupid bonus to... I just want to hurt you a little bit, so I'm going to use a daddy's dice just so I can hurt you a little bit because I got a lot of... I didn't even hurt you!
Can I just say... What the fuck, chat? 7 daddy's dice.
There was a while there where you couldn't even see the combat mat because, there was just so many daddy's dice going in. Oh, God. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that sucks so bad. Okay. Now, as we finish this phase, we're jumping into the morale phase. So you guys have to roll your morale checks again. Everybody's rolling with a +8. And don't forget, Tesh, you still have one more advantage roll left whenever you want to use it. Probably not now. You guys actually see, as the war is raging on, the two armies facing one another. Beautiful. The two armies facing one another, so on and so forth. What you actually are able to see is that the...
Oops.
Me too. You guys actually see a single rider on the horse. You have Commander Cedric outside the walls with his whole army fighting. Some of the army hanging back with arrows, some of the army up forward with swords, blah, 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 blah. But you see a single rider break ranks and go riding into the throes of the combat. You can see that they have high quality Vigilite steel armor on. You can see the Vigil cloak on the shoulders as they go riding in, mixing in with the warriors that they already have there. You can see that just like clearly this rider is somebody that is going in there with a purpose. You don't know who it is or what they're doing, but there's no question in your mind that that's happening. just so you know, you rolled a natty 20 on a morale check. You actually get +1 morale. Like your army actually gets +1 morale this round. Your army is literally at max morale. Let's just be clear about that. Jaeger's army is at a 10. That's at max morale. And unless I'm mistaken, when you're at max morale, you get +1 to your rolls. So you actually have a +1 to your attack rolls from now on. So that's beautiful.
Nice.
And morale rolls and everything. You get +1 to all your rolls. So that's beautiful there. Green giving another tight formation, so both your ACs drop by only 1. God damn it, Green. And everybody easily wins the whatchamacallit. It's now ranged phase. Let's do the profession soldier checks. Again, Jake +11, Tesh +8.
Oh, we're doing morale again?
No.
Oh, no, this is soldier check. Never mind.
Yep. Soldier
I forget it's exactly the same. Sorry. I get confused.
Yeah, for
Did I
you it's
not-
the same, yeah.
Did I roll? Yes, I did.
You did?
Okay.
And we're just waiting for Jake with his plus. Oh, sorry, I rolled wrong, and so I have to re-roll. You get a +11, I get a +10. Please roll good. God damn it.
Good. Okay, roll good. No, what?
Well, he still wins though. He still wins though. So
Still
it's going to
wins,
go
okay.
this round is going to go Jake, then me, then Tesh. Okay, and so you get to know my tactic. I'm sticking with all-out attack. I imagine both you guys are sticking with your current tactics, unless you're switching to all-out, Jake.
No, I'll stick with the current.
Cool. All right, let's stick with this round. Ranged face first. This is actually going to be me and Tesh facing each other. Tesh, roll against me with your whopping +9. And please, sir, roll like shit. Pretty please.
You know what? I'm going to choose to do this one with the advantage.
Oh, come on.
I need to do some damage. Okay, and then... Are you fucking kidding? Well, 19, and then I'm going to use a luck dice.
Of course he is. Of course he is. So that's a 22 minus 15 is 7, and then you're not doing any aggressive things, so just 7. That's a lot of damage. God damn it. All right, Scott, here's your chance. Here's your moment of truth. Fuck him up so bad. Roll so much damage. Please, Scott, roll a natty 20.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Please roll a natty 20. I'm begging you. Please, natty 20. Here we go.
Don't you fucking dare. Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Me and you'll be with me.
I give you my curse.
Oh, God damn it! Come on! God damn it! I roll exactly your AC because goddamn Norway keeps tightening your formation, if you know what I'm saying. Daddy's dice just to do something.
I found my power. I give the curse.
2 plus 2 is minus 4 health. God damn it, I'm hurting you, but I'm only nickel and diming you. This sucks. Okay.
Wait, why 4?
Because I'm all out attack, so I get +2 damage. Yeah.
Oh, right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's going to be melee phase, and now it's Jake, then me, then you. So I actually was supposed to attack you first before attack me, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Jake, you're first. Roll your attack. You're out of advantage.
So, do I get a +1 for being at full morale or whatever?
Correct. You're rolling with a +10.
So I'm at a
Natty
+10?
1, baby. Natty 1. I want you to roll somewhere between a 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. Yes! 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 Roll your luck dice. Go right ahead. You need to. Roll your luck dice. Go ahead. You have a 75% chance of going to fuck yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to roll it.
Come on, roll luck dice. You have a 25% chance of hurting me. You're doing an aggressive attack. That's +1 damage. Come on, you know you want to. God, you should.
You're going to waste their luck dice.
Come on, no, you have so much luck. Look, you've got 7 left.
Wow.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, God. All right, my turn. They're going to continue to attack to smash visual. Scott. Now is your chance for a natty 20.
I apply my curse again. You will take all of the curse.
Come on!
I found my power!
How am I doing so horribly? Come on, I see a little bit of luck. Just a little bit of luck. Come on. God
All
damn
I have
it.
to do. See, I may roll terribly, but at least I can make others roll terribly too.
If I at least hit you by rolling a 4, he can do 2 damage. Yay! Go ahead, Vigilite. Make your attack. God damn it. That's a good roll. Oh my god. That's 27. Oh my god.
Is that it? Is that it, Scott?
Let me do the math. Hold on.
Hold
on one second. Sorry,
is that it done?
Take away 15. Technically, no. But might as well be. All right. So, let's roll a morale checks, everybody. +8.
How long do I get that +1 for? Is it just that one round?
As long as you have that morale. Until your morale's dropped. Okay. I get a bonus to morale, bitches. My morale is not going. I get my 90-20 now? Really, roll 20? Really, now? You're going to give me a first and a first? Fucking roll 20. God damn it. Jay, Tash, I need from you your 1d20 plus 8. For this is the morale check to see if your army is negatively affected at all. God damn, why now? Fuck you, roll 20.
They doing good.
Yeah, you're doing fine. All right, everybody, this is the commander's formation. This is when I need everybody to do their commanding check.
Fuck.
Okay, you roll yours, Jake. This is your
plus 11.
Actually, plus 12, sir, because your morale is so
please
high.
Get first and kill them. Oh, that's not good. Oh, fuck.
He rolled the total of a 17. He won. There's a +0. Oh, okay. So you win. Okay. So because
well played.
You equal mine, you will notice that the army is acting strange. It seems to be in disarray. You don't know why, but the army just seems to be in some degree of disarray. No clue. That technically means you get to go first, but first Tesh and I. Ranged combat. Tesh, I get to attack you first because I beat you, which is well-deserved. You need a good beating. I need to make my attack against you. You like it. Here we go. Oh, by the way, you guys got one more type formation, so your AC stays the same. You also got take the advantage, so your OM is up by 1 right now. So both of your attacks are going to be a little bit higher, which is nice. Okay, I'm making my attack against you, sir. Here we go. My 22 is almost enough to hurt you. I'm going to roll Daddy's dice. It's 24, so I do 4 points of damage to you, because again, I get that +4. So 4 points of damage total to you. It's now your turn for your ranged attack, Tesh. That's going to be your 1d20 plus now 10. If you roll poorly, that'd be great. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Tesh it. Of course not.
Thank you for making sure that didn't happen.
I have to make my morale check.
Wait, do I now get to luck dice that, or do I not have to?
You don't have to. I had 2 health points left.
Ah, cool. Oh, and that morale check too.
One of the things you guys noticed at the tail end of this battle is that things seem to fall apart in these last few hours. Things seem to be in disarray. But while that's a question in Leon's mind, it's not a question in the Vigilite's mind. Because what happens is that a rider had ridden in out of the castle. For the first time ever, 2 of the commanders, 2 of the leaders, 2 of the triumvirate of Vigil left its walls at the same time. Cedric was outside the walls battling the army as the commander. Octavia, hearing the calling of Lady Aravel, hopped upon a horse and rode out there herself, with Vigil in her hand. She made her way across the battlefield, protecting herself, Lady Aravel had her, and fighting back all the soldiers that stood between her and her goal. And then she found him. He's an annoyance, to say the least. And there he was, smugly giving his commands, practically frothing around the mouth, bloodshot eyes, angered. And she made her way to him, fought through his guards, slew them, and then stood over him, easily defeating him in combat, single combat, where, well, there was a degree of, I suppose, justice that need be had. You see, Octavia is a person with a degree of control. You could say class. She would never kill somebody and hang him from the walls to place a display for others to invigorate them into acting foolishly. That's just not the way that Vigil does things. But she did still kill the Lord Grearis. And she did still send word that Lord Grearis was killed. Unfortunately, the word was a little gruesome. It was a signet ring still attached to the hand. So she sent that to him, and he knew that it definitely happened. And he came frothing right to where she wanted him, beneath her blade. Beltran is no more. And the army's rolls, if you didn't notice, took a huge dive. Those +8s became +0s. And even the attack modifier dropped as his skill wasn't there to guide them. Went from 15 to 13, so on. As she rode back with the head of Beltran in her hands, back to her people, to show them that their commander was defeated, and they need only push through what remained to crack the morale rather than kill the people, that's exactly what they did. They pushed forward the army, step by step, just showing their force, their might, how they outnumbered them, how they outpowered them, how they were outflanked in every direction. They used formation. They used scaring tactics. Every time they had a moment between attacks, smashing swords against shields and so on and so forth, making the battlefield louder, making it more intimidating, cracking the will of the people, not just slaughtering them aplenty. Of course, Leon is no fool. These are tactics he's used before. I mean, he used to teach slews of young officers tactics. Defeat the enemy. Don't destroy the enemy. And then win the people, and the enemy will be destroyed, right? He joined in with her tactics, understanding them, and maybe threw in a little bit of chaos on their side to really stick it in there. The army fell. They disbanded. Some of them fled. Some of them surrendered. But nonetheless, they had no commander. They had no leader. Each one of them falling to the blade of Octavia. And each of the many soldiers falling to the might of your soldiers. The army is no more. Congratulations, boys.
War's finished, I hope.
In theory, the war is finished. There were 2 armies. Both of them are shattered. Technically 3 armies. All of them are shattered. Of course, there are going to be people that retreat. Of course, there are going to be those that fall back to Haude Gwenh. We've discussed this beforehand, and I'm sure to some degree you're going to need to prepare yourselves for the for that. But that doesn't sound like something we're going to have to handle this week. It sounds like something we have to handle next week. Obviously, I have a hard out in 15 minutes because I do have work today. So, I think I'm going to have to go do something right before I go to work. So, I never even ate my breakfast. It's been sitting here the whole time. Getting warm. Still got it out of the fridge. You know, one of my little overnight oatmeal things that I like to make. Yummy. So, with us finishing this up, is there anything that you feel is important to say for your characters? I'm not talking about big actions. I want to approach. Just anything that you think is important to say or questions that you might want answers for prior to allowing a week of it sitting in the back of your mind.
No, I think it's just Valoran is just making sure the wounded are tended to, despite what side they were on, and trying to get that message across that if the war is now over, it is over. and it needs to be treated that way as such.
The soldiers of Vigil are all, to a small degree, trained in basic triage, so they can, of course, help out here and there. And Vigilites, as a whole, aren't people that generally hold big grudges. They are going to understand that this was the commander's decision, as was talked about many times beforehand, and they're going to do what they can. I mean, the individuals might be bad people. There's a lot of good people there, too. So they will, of course, aid in that. And, of course, what's his name? Leon is all about winning the sway of the people because he understands the intentions of his chosen moving forward. You need their hearts to win the nation. So he is very much going to join in that idea, Tesh. I assume you're saying on both the north and the south because you mentioned it for both.
Yeah.
Jake, anything that you care to go over?
No, one's head at the moment would be he'd be, ready to go to war. I don't know if you're like more or less having this end as we turn up or not, but yeah, that's the only thing that he's doing at the moment. He has no concern on anything else.
Well, since Neil bought a scout report, I'll gladly keep his daddy so he can't abuse Josh in the other game. And we'll just say that a soldier comes and gives you guys notice as soon as they win. You guys know exactly what happened. Thanks, Neil.
Yeah, one would be slightly upset that he missed it, but at the same time the war's over, so we just head there, I guess, to figure out to meet back with General Yeager and handle all that stuff in person next week.
Listen, philosophers will be talking about the joining of Aravel and Vroga for decades to come. By that time, one would have found all of those philosophers and killed them and burned all the documents of it, and then they will never talk about it again. Anyways, beautiful. I'm glad. We probably have, for Season 3, a couple sessions left as we shore up a few things and prep ourselves for Season 4, which I'm excited about because Season 4 is going to be post-war. War is technically over-ish, but, there's still repercussions we have to deal with, right? Okay. Boys, it was a pleasure, especially with
This is a
Neil.
great session.
It was a good session.
Yeah, I like Neil like this.
I finally learned my power.
Thanks, Tash. I just need one good roll. Like when I rolled at 3, if I rolled, say, like a 13 instead of 11 health right now, you would have 1. You know what I mean? And there's so many rolls where I'm just like, why couldn't I roll 10 more than this? You would have been destroyed so long ago. I could have destroyed Vigil so long. But unfortunately, I rolled so horribly, I couldn't even destroy Vigil. I was trying that close. Ooh. But
What?
Valorant still has 18 health versus their 11. Still has so many I'm just saying, Valorant could still win this war. Valorant could finally purge. Purge a deer.
Val is not there. Val does not have a say.
Valorant the nation, not Valorin the character.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Valorin is the nation. Valorin. Valorin is not there.
Rogar to give Leon some incentive to go in the right direction.
What I mean is that Valorin is not there. Valorin would not get a say in this.
Just saying.
All right, I'll roll for it right now. Let's go.
No.
Keep going. We'll just keep going. Don't worry. Don't cancel your plans.
There's something you guys could potentially do. Think about it. You're purging yourselves. And at the end of this war, you could purge yourself of all problems. What other city in all of Adir could give you guys any future issues in claiming all of Adir? You know what? This sounds like a conversation for you guys to have after Neil watches the VOD, or at least these last few minutes. And you guys could talk about it throughout the week over in your secret little cast chat room. Before we go, Tesh, what have you been up to lately?
Hi, I'm Tesh of the Tesh Tube. You can find me under that name on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Follow my Twitter for cute animal gifs, and follow my Twitch for Warframe, Monster Hunter, Destiny 2, Probably Division soon. I've actually just started playing that a bit. And Satisfactory, which is an amazing game if you know it. It's great.
Jake? Hi.
Yeah, you'll find me here.
In Australia. Yep.
Yeah.
He's actually single-handedly fighting the fires and saving koala bears. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
As soon
So
as
if anyone wants to Photoshop my face onto a picture of a firefighter saving a koala and post it in Discord, be my guest.
If you want to make it funnier and more accurate, if you could Photoshop Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn onto
Do you know I'm
firefighter-
considering cutting my hair? I'm not sure whether I want to cut it or not, but I'm thinking about it.
Well, you will have broken one heart if you do. So, and when you're done with the fires, if you don't mind taking care of the coronavirus, we'd appreciate it. And I'm Daelric. You can find me at work later on today, or at Lost Initiative tonight, or just be here tomorrow, Thursday night, 9 p.m. EST, to watch Thronekeeper, where we have good people doing good things, like going to help their neighborly allied nation of the worst slave owners in all of Eroth keep control of their nation. That's how good they are in Thronekeeper. They make sure they keep the thrones of slave owners. That may have been a skewed sell, but it's okay. Thank you, everybody, for the support. I'm going to find somebody to raid in a moment, so stick on for that. Bye.
You guys are amazing today.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for all of the amazing support and all the ways that you fucked with them.